Kakbushundi arrived under the banyan tree, mentally invoked Shri Ram, and then began the story. Bharat had reached Chitrakoot and had spotted Mount Kamadgiri, where Shri Ram dwelt. Now let us shift our focus to what Shri Ram was doing meantime. Early morning, after bathing and worshipping Lord Shiva, Shri Ram's attention was drawn towards the north, where something unusual seemed to be happening. He noticed that there were clouds of dust in the sky. Birds and animals were darting hither and thither, seemingly disturbed. Just then the tribals brought him the news of Bharat and Shatrughan's arrival, along with the whole army and the band. Shri Ram instantly understood that Bharat intended to take him back to Ayodhya after crowning him as king. Lakshman, however, said Kakbushundi, was most alarmed because he thought that Bharat had come to wage war, that power had gone to his head, and that he now wanted to eliminate Sri Ram and secure the throne for himself. Sri Ram very calmly reasoned with Lakshman, saying that power only intoxicated those who had never been exposed to satsang, who had never served men of wisdom. Without satsang, he pointed out, the ability to discriminate does not develop, and bhakti does not take root in the heart. Meanwhile, Bharat approached Kamadgiri hill and decided to climb up with only Shatrughan and Nishadraj. He requested all the others in the party to remain where they were. As they advanced uphill, Bharat clearly saw the ashram, which was the most enchanting sight to behold. Simply by entering its precincts, all the fear and sorrow in his heart evaporated, giving way to joy. He saw Shri Ram and Sita Devi seated on a platform under the banyan tree. Shri Ram's hair was matted and he was dressed like a muni in garments made from the bark of trees. Lakshman was standing before him and saying something to him. In his hand, Shri Ram held a bow and arrow. With the other hand, he kept stroking the bow. What do you think Shri Ram's gesture of holding the bow with one hand and stroking it with the other signifies? Asked Kakbushundi of his audience. That he loves his bow very much, cooed the dove. That he would like to shoot someone, interjected the keen-eyed kite. Wrong, said Kakbushundi. Shri Ram's gesture signifies that he is always extremely alert. His posture indicates total vigilance. The birds in front of Kakbushundi bobbed their heads up and down. Alertness was something they understood fully. It was crucial for them too. Being alert and vigilant was a matter of life and death as far as they were concerned. So, continued Kakbushundi, when Bharat set eyes on Sri Ram, he was so overcome that he cried out, "O Lord, please save me!" And he fell to the ground in full prostration. Tears of love streamed from his eyes. Lakshman recognized the voice and exclaimed that Bharat was prostrating to Ram. Instantly, Sri Ram got up and rushed forward. His upper garment fell off, the bow in his hand went flying in one direction and the quiver in another. Ram pulled Bharat up and pressed him to his heart. how long Bhagwan and his devotee remained locked in that tight, loving embrace, no one knows. For everyone who saw them experienced bliss. The two brothers were the personifications of divine love fulfilled. Then finally, Bharat told Shri Ram that the Guru, the mothers, and the others too had come. So Ram went rushing down the hill to meet them. Before anyone else, Ram first greeted Kaikai. With a pure heart, he touched her feet. There was no trace of ill will in him for what she had done. Kaikai, of course, was filled with great remorse and felt most uncomfortable. But Ram assured her that it was no fault of hers. All that had happened, he said, was the result of time, karma, and providence. To the others, Ram explained that only those people would blame Kekai who had not served the Guru and had not been in satsang. Through satsang, one understands that the whole world turns according to the will of Bhagwan, that everything is under his control. Therefore, no one should be blamed. Then Kakbhushundi looked at his audience and said, "Do you see how forgiving and understanding Sri Ram was? Just look at the trials and tribulations that he faced for so many years just to teach us all how to face the many varied situations of life and how to never lose the capacity to love, to be peaceful and equanimous despite challenges and sorrows." Garuda, the esteemed visitor, also found this satsang most enlightening. He understood that he had got deluded simply because Bhagwan had willed it, and the fruit of that delusion was to listen to the Ram Katha in bird language in the company of so many other feathered seekers. Garuda understood how this story strengthened bhakti and surrender. And on that positive note, the story concluded for the day. The birds flew back to reflect on what they had heard before turning their heads backwards, tucking their beaks into their feathers, and closing their eyes for the night.